We're baking cookies. Jacob is in a tutoring session.
Big 375.
One big blue bowl. Okay, we have to soften and whip the butter. Have it out of the fridge at room temp. I forgot like half my ingredients. The sugar, you can't really forget the sugar. Dark brown sugar. Light brown is fine too, but I like it with the most molasses. Pure cane sugar, half a cup of each. This butter. And when you cook with brown sugar, you have to pat it down, press it. Otherwise it's spongy and it kind of opens back up. Here you go. Regular sugar. The sugar starts to pull the butter that's been stuck to the sides. Into the main mixture. Then the mixture starts to clump together. See, it's kind of clumpy. We're going to mush it a little bit more till it's like one big. I need someone to be my videographer. I've had enough of trying to figure out the right camera angle. Eventually, it's going to look like this. Does it look like a turd? Maybe it looks a little like a turd. Now it's ready for some wet ingredients. The egg, the almond extract, the vanilla extract. That's it. We're going to whip this all up together. When it comes to extracts, I always just use the cap. It's about half a teaspoon, and that's fine for me. Almond. This cookie recipe is just all my favorite things mixed together. Egg. And I put it right in the trash and wash my hands. That's just the way I am. Here's what we got. Takes a little, what do you call it? Muscle? That's not what I meant. Elbow grease. That's what I meant. It takes a little elbow grease. It's kind of the slimy stuff. It's all about pressing it into the side of the bowl. At some point, you can actually mix it like, here's what it looks like now. Still gonna mix it some more. Get the excess off the spoon, off my finger. I know I've mixed it enough because it's kind of lightened in color a little bit. Oh, how come everything looks like crap? This is the wet mix. We have to put the dry ingredients into it. Baking soda, flour, salt. If you're saying to yourself, well, sugar was a dry ingredient, you're right. So, here we go. So important to get the right amount of baking soda. You just use the top. I just filled this flour, brand new, so it's way too full. It's 1 cup and 2 tablespoons. Here's our cup. 2 tablespoons. I forgot the salt. Salt is half a teaspoon also, but I'm just gonna put a bunch of this in there. Fold it. Fold the ingredients in. Some more pressing, some more mixing. Goes. In theory, you would mix the dry ingredients separately and make sure that the salt and the baking soda and the flour are all mixed together evenly before you put them in with the wet stuff. I don't like to dirty an extra dish. I could probably lift up almost the whole thing. See? I just put all my favorite stuff in here. Chocolate chips. You can put as many or as little as you want. This is one instance where there could be too much chocolate. This is a third cup. Oh, this is really good coconut. If you smell it, it's like smelling a coconut. Let's go with a third. Pecans. Pecans are my favorite nut to cook with. My favorite nut to crack. I'm just looking at this and I'm thinking, I want a little more of all the goodies. Add a little bit more till it looks how I want it to. Can't stop. Can't stop. More coconut. Maybe more chips. The hardest part of what's about to happen is not eating the dough. Here we go. I'm gonna push in all these yummy ingredients. I'm getting excited. And Jake's still doing calculus upstairs. That must suck.
Oh, I can see some chocolate chips and some nuts and some coconut.
Just to be safe, we should taste it. It's awful. Really bad. About 12 on one pan, and then I usually get like 6 to 8 on the other pan, which is nice because if you want to give some away, like to your neighbor or to somebody so that they think lovely things about you, you could give them a full dozen and then still have 8. And then I flatten it down once like that. And flatten it down once. Go. Now they're going to be baking for a long time, so I'm not worried about my germs because that'll get killed in the oven. Okay, well I lied because I only fit 9 on here, or I'm about to do the 9th one. And it's 5 o'clock and my dog is about to eat, so he's very excited and you can hear his pitter patter. I'll keep eating, sorry. But nobody is the wiser usually. Okay, stand by. That was a lot. Now, if you get one that doesn't really have a lot of chips, sometimes the very bottom of the mix short on chips for whatever reason, you can always just stick one in there. It's not like you don't have extra ones. You got some more. We'll keep eating. Whatever falls, no biggie. All right, still here. Occasionally, I have to take a little bit off some of the other cookies to have a whole one at the end, or I have to eat more to get rid of the half a cookie that's left at the end. Not to worry. Here we go. So good. You guys are gonna love it. You're gonna love these. If you don't like coconut, if you're allergic to nuts, well, I'm sorry. This recipe is not for you. I'm actually not gonna make this last cookie because I'm gonna give it to my son who is working so hard. And I'm very proud of him. Oh, I'm gonna keep eating it myself. Screw him. Oh, here, look. There are my cookies. And I'm gonna put them in the oven like 8 minutes. The minute they start to brown, I pull them out and they keep cooking for just a little bit. Push these guys in here. How we doing? Oh, you can see my funny socks. I'm gonna pull these out first because they look more finished. And remember, this inside part is gonna cook a little bit more as it sits. This milk said that it helped fight climate change. I have my suspicions. I have my suspicions on its mission about reducing emissions. The moment I've been waiting for. It's delish. I'm just now noticing how much mascara I have from yesterday. Try and make it. Let me know how it goes. If you have questions, send those to me. And you shouldn't talk with food in your mouth. It's so rude. Still wondering why she doesn't get a cookie. Right, miss?